This is the first video in a series built around a simple idea. The person you walk past has a story worth knowing. Too often, homelessness is something people look away from. This series is an invitation to look closer, not at the struggle, but at the person. My hope is that these conversations close the distance between us, one story at a time. All right. First, I just want to thank you for being willing to participate in this.
No problem.
Just go ahead and look at me. You don't got to stare at the camera.
Good, because I don't like
Feel
staring at cameras.
comfortable. Yeah. Just have a little talk.
Okay.
Start off, I'd like to say, what's your name, or what would you like to be called?
I go by Starr on the street. I am going to keep my identity protected. Some of you know me by Starr, some of you know me by Elizabeth, but I mostly go by Starr.
And then let me ask, where did you grow up?
I was born in Hawaii, and I just grew up in different states.
Hawaii?
I was born in Waiwa, Hawaii, on the island of Oahu.
Right on.
My dad was stationed at Schofield Barracks. When we came back, I want to say we went to Fort Knox, Kentucky. After my brother was born, we went down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana to stay with my aunt. And after we left there, he was stationed over in Virginia, so we went and stayed in Virginia with my other aunt in, I think, Richmond? Because I know the last place she lived was like Wood something another. But anyway, I know one was in Woodville and one was somewhere else Wrightsville.
So you lived all over the place.
Yeah. But I would have went to Germany, but Mom wasn't feeling too well, and my mama was in bad health, so I missed out on going to Germany.
All right, let's just ask some basic questions. What's
Sure.
your favorite color?
My favorite color is black and purple.
Black and purple. It's a nice combination. What kind of music do you enjoy?
My most favorite music is country, and if I had to pick anything out of country music, it would be the Statler Brothers and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill together. And no offense, Faith Hill. I don't like you by yourself, but I love you with Tim McGraw.
Would you say that you're more of a morning person or a night owl?
It really depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm a morning person. I'm like, whenever I get up in the morning, I'm so happy. I want to get up and do something. And at night, it's like, I just want to go away. And then there's some mornings I'm like, go away, leave me alone, you know. And it's like, and at night, I perk up.
That's the way I used to be. I just wake up when it gets late.
Yeah.
What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh? Mostly my friends. My brother used to, but that's a different story.
What's something that brings a smile to your face?
It brings a smile and I cry. The last day I spent with my mom. She called me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry I'm crying. But she called me at 6 o'clock in the morning and she goes, hey, excuse my language, she goes, hey, get your lazy ass up. I go, Mom, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. She goes, I don't care if it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It might be the last day that you spend with me. I didn't know 12 hours later I was going to lose my mom.
That definitely would be bittersweet. Something to hold on to.
Yeah, the other memory is that we done a makeover on each other, and we called my dad while we were going to Walmart, and we was like, hey Dad, we're going to spend your paycheck that you ain't got yet. He goes, y'all having fun? We're having a blast. That's all that matters, as long as my girls are having fun.
Oh, that's sweet. Would you say that you're, sorry to totally shift gears like
Oh, no,
this,
it's
but
fine. It's
this is my
fine.
first one, so we're
My
gonna
first
shift
one too.
gears. Or would you say you're more of a talker or a listener?
Depends on my mood. It's like if somebody has a problem and they need to talk, I'm more of a listener. But if I'm just like just like a friend or something, I want to talk a lot because I mostly spend my time alone. And whenever you talk to yourself, people kind of look at you weird.
I talk to myself all the time.
I answer myself. That's bad.
What would you say that you're really good at and most people don't know?
Photography and cooking.
Right on.
I was one test away from being a professional photographer, and I grew up in the kitchen with my dad, and I could work on old cars. Because when I was 10, that's the other smile on my face. When I was 10 years old, I was in the middle of a 77 Cadillac engine helping my dad rebuild it at the age of 10 years old.
I wish I knew more about cars. I'm better in the kitchen than I am in the garage. What would you say your favorite thing to cook is?
I would say actually when my brother and his husband went to Washington, D.C. for their anniversary, I got a ride to the store. I picked up some chicken and some rice, peas and carrots. I made homemade chicken teriyaki and fried rice.
Sounds good.
And that was about the most delicious food I had ever ate. It was better than going to a Chinese restaurant. So I think that would be my signature dish.
Sounds
Would be
good.
chicken teriyaki.
I love homemade fried rice.
Yeah.
What is something that you care deeply about?
I care deeply about my family and my friends. Because without them, I wouldn't have nothing.
Those connections are important. What is something that still amazes you about this world?
Something that amazes me about this world, that it's still here. It's still here, you know. Yeah, the planet's polluted, the ozone layer's going out. I finally found out what makes smog in California, thanks to Cali here. He says it's because it's so populated. That's why California is so smoggy. I'm surprised that Tennessee's not got smog because of how many people lives in it. So,
I'd say give it time.
give it, yeah.
What is a book, movie, or song that stayed with you that you really like?
My most favorite movie of all times. A lot of people say, "Why did you do that?" It's Gone with the Wind. I
Okay.
love Gone with the Wind. And it's not because of Clark Gable or Vivian. I forgot her last name. But anyway, it's not because of Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler. It's because it's history. I'm a Civil War buff. I love the Civil War and everything. The other movie, there's another one that stays with me. And it's the closest thing I found to the true story that my grandmother, my dad's mom, told me about my cousin, the outlaw, Jesse James.
There you go.
And it's called American Outlaws. Check it out, y'all.
Alrighty. What would you say doing makes you feel the most like yourself?
When I'm writing.
Writing, okay.
Yeah. I've actually been inspired by a lady at Joe Johnson, well, former Joe Johnson, which is now volunteer mental health or behavioral health. I was telling her some stories. She goes, "You need to write your stories down and make it a book." I've been working on a book.
I would read it. We all have a bunch of stories to tell.
Yeah, it's stories that I grew up, my dad telling me about the military, about Vietnam. There's one story he told me that a lot of people don't think it's funny, and some people do think it's funny. The whole platoon thought it was funny. They were on, I'm sorry to get off the track, but the story is they were out on patrol to watch out for Charlie. My dad since he was a sergeant, he was the platoon leader. He was in the front, and he said there was this like 6'6" black dude with a big afro, beautiful head of hair, screamed, and they all went down and turned around. And my dad said you could just literally see his hair go from black to white. And he was like, "What on earth is going on?" He goes, "Charlie's right here." And he said he was hunkered down. He said that they all started laughing. It was a silverback gorilla had grabbed his rifle, and he thought it was Charlie. And it literally scared him to death.
I mean, honestly, that had to be terrifying.
Dad said they were all terrified, but after they seen what it was, they all had to bust out laughing. Even he just started laughing. So I can't believe I was outdone by a gorilla.
Now we're gonna shift gears yet again. I got to work on the flow of these.
Yeah,
The flow is kind of all over the
yeah,
place.
you can see I'm already a talker right now.
I see that, and that's good. That's better than having to pry answers. And
I know,
pry it out of
right?
you. So we're gonna switch to what I have labeled as roots. So going back a little bit. What did you want to be when you grew up?
When I grew up, I was wanting to be a veterinarian, but then I had too many animals die in my arms, and I couldn't take it. My dream now is I'm 52 years old, and my dream is to go back to college. And I'm up in the air on two things. Do I want to go ahead and be my history teacher that I want to do, which I've already been accepted to Chat State to be a history teacher. And they said that they could do Civil War and Native American. That's what I want to teach, is about the Civil War, Native American, and Vietnam. About the Vietnam War. Because in a lot of schools you don't get that far. You only get to World War II. The other one is I want to be an LPN for children.
Right on. That would be rewarding, but I'm sure it could have its difficult spots too.
But there is another one that is like above and beyond all of them. I want to be a homeless counselor for all the homeless people out here.
I know firsthand, that would be of benefit. It's needed.
It's like I want to pay it forward to help these people get off the street and get their mental stability back to where it's supposed to be. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally fine. What was your... I'm just totally switching gears again.
That's okay.
But what was your favorite subject in school?
History.
History. Okay.
I loved history.
What would you say is, or what is a happy memory from when you were younger?
My happiest memory when I was younger was before my mama died. Wherever mama was, I was right on her feet.
No.
My mama was my mama's mom. Me and my grandmother, we didn't get along. But even though I had a stroke when I was 26, I can remember the month, the day, and the year that my mama's son passed away. And I remember a year later realizing she came back.
Yeah. That's a tough realization I go through with my mom. I miss her.
Yeah, there's not a day goes by that we'll all three of them back.
So you mentioned pets and them dying in your arms. So this might be a touchy one. I'm sorry if it
That's
is.
okay.
Did you have any pet when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, I
What was their
did.
name?
Over in Hawaii, I had a cat. His name, well, it was supposed to have been a he. He had kittens. So her name was Boots. I had to leave her with Memo, Peppa, Karnashiki. They adopted me as their granddaughter because all they had were boys, all their boys had were boys. And when we came back to the mainlands, I got two Pomeranians. One was white and one was a Saber Red. Saber Red, his name was Marco Mischievous. We called him Whippy because every time when I get around him, I would sit on him and he'll just go, so we called him Whippy. And the white one, her name was Misty.
So while we're thinking of things from the past, what's a smell or a sound that takes you right back to when you were a kid?
The smell of my daddy's Old Spice
Oh.
makes me want to go out and buy a bottle just to put it on because I'd go in there, I'd watch him shave. He'd go like this to his face, put a little more, then he'd just go right down my shirt. He goes, now you smell like daddy.
Oh. I always liked Old Spice, so it's a good one. Who was your childhood hero, real or fictional?
My childhood hero, my daddy. I'm a daddy's girl, but both of my parents were my heroes.
So, talking about your family being heroes, years.
Uh-huh.
Who is someone you love or have loved deeply?
I wish that I knew where he was right now. Is my fiance or my ex-fiance, Jason. So, please
Sorry, we got the
excuse us, y'all.
firefighters.
It's a fire truck. So if you don't mind, if I could please say, since it's gonna be on YouTube, Jason Campbell, if you're out there, get a hold of me. I still love you.
I hope he finds it.
I do too.
Do you have a best friend?
Do I have a best friend?
Yeah.
I sure do. I got two of them. Her name is Kim, and the other one, his name is Will.
What is it that you like most about Kim?
Kim's down to earth, and we basically we kind of like the same things. You know, we like to hang out. I don't know how to put makeup on, and she's going to teach. I'm 52 years old, and she's 62. I don't know how to put makeup on. She's going to teach me how to put makeup on.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. So I think that's one thing I like about Kim, because she's like a sister to me. And Will,
Yeah, Will.
I met him March 15th of this year, and we just clicked. We've been hanging out with each other ever since. If it wasn't for him, I'd still be sleeping on the ground. He's let me hang out in his car. He's never too far away, and I know he can hear me, but I classify him as my protector.
Good stuff. We need those.
He's like a son to me. I lost my son in my 6th month. He's 3 years younger than my son. I think Will's my son.
I found that out here, especially, those connections that you find are very
Yeah.
important.
Well, I do have to say I have another best friend named Cody. Cody, now I do call him my son because he calls me mama. So Cody's also a protector. He was my protector before Will showed up, so I got 2 protectors.
We need those.
Yes,
And
we
like
do.
we were saying just a little bit earlier, being a woman out here, I can only imagine.
Yeah, being a woman out here on the streets, it is hell, because you have all these guys come up to you, proposition you for sex, and it's like, man, I don't do that. Oh, come on. No.
There's some evil in this world.
There is.
But on the flip mode of that, there's some goodness in this world.
There is some goodness.
What would you say the kindest thing anybody has done for you lately has been?
Is when I'm actually following my sign and an old couple come up and they said, "This is my last 20, but I want you to have it."
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple done that to me today. I mean, I could tell that they probably have money there. It could have been their last 20. But they gave me their last 20 today. They told me to go get something to eat.
That's awesome. You see some amazing generosity and kindness and the goodness.
And I think it was last month or month before last, there was this little boy came out of the laundry room, Matt, and he was carrying a bag. He came up, he goes, "I'm sorry, y'all, I'm crying, because it touched my heart." He came up, he goes, "Here, ma'am, this is out of my piggy bank. You need it more than I do." I just started crying.
Yeah.
Because the little boy could be about 5 or 6 years old.
That's sweet of him.
So,
What does it feel like when somebody really sees you?
sees me. Their first impression is like, "You look like you were a sweet person. I'm getting to know you. You are the sweetest person I have ever met." I could be a demon, and I could be an angel. And out here, I am more of an angel than anything. You know, these guys right here, they may protect me, but I watch after my boys. You know, it's like, I don't want nothing to happen to my boys.
I few people mentioned you, and everybody had good things to say. They all were very kind things to say.
Yeah, like one of the boys that's over here hiding behind the car. If he does it again, we'll kick his butt. He OD'd about 3-4 weeks ago and almost died right in front of me. That's my boy Cody. And if he does it again, I'm gonna whoop his ass. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, I thought that there was water coming towards you.
You have connections in the city, which is needed. You gotta have connections.
Yes.
You know, to the people and the place.
Yeah.
What did you say your favorite thing about this city is? The city of Hickson.
The city of Hickson? The city of Hickson actually is better than being over on 11th Street. There's lots of people over here. Cops do harass you, but they don't harass you like 24/7 like they do on 11th Street. And there's other people here to, you know, sometimes they want to hear your story. Sometimes they just want to help you. And everything like that. And it's like, you know, if I hadn't left 11th Street, I would probably be dead. But over here, I'm protected. I don't care if it's by the cops. I don't care if it's by my best friends or what. But I feel safer here. And if I have to say, what do I like about Chattanooga all in one? The history. The Battle of Chickamauga. The Battle of, look at my, sorry, my brain will,
We're going all over the place here.
I know, right? It's like, it's just the history.
So what would you say is your favorite area of the state of Tennessee?
My favorite area of the state of Tennessee? The Great Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
The most beautiful place you ever want to be. If I had my choice, I would go live in the Smokies, but I don't have my choice. At least up there, you could go up there and pump you a tent and nobody come up there and bother you.
Yeah, like I told you, I'm thinking about doing a long distance hike through there.
Well, if you go up to the Smokies and you do the hike, I wish you luck. Just keep in touch.
Absolutely.
Send me a lot of pictures.
Absolutely. I love to take pictures.
Me too.
Is there a spot in Hickson that feels special to you?
This spot I'm sitting in right now. Because this spot right here is where I sat. Because there was a tree that hung over here. I sat right here. And there was one night I saved a boy from being stabbed. And by the time the dude that was wanting to stab him knew what he was doing, I had the knife, and he goes, "How'd you do that?" I go, "I'm trained by the military, and I'm trained by the police department." Because my dad was in the military, and all KPD was in his unit. So, altogether, I got trained by the military and the police with how to negotiate to get somebody to calm down. Plus, I have a soft, really nice voice that can calm somebody down. And I'm sorry my nose is running.
Quite alright. Aside from just this place, if you're showing a visitor around the area, where would you take them first?
I would probably take them to the Chickamauga Lake. Or actually to the dam. Because I got them used by it whenever I first came down here. On one side of the dam, you've got the Tennessee River. On the other side of the dam, you've got the Chickamauga Lake. But it's all one kind of water. It's just different names.
I love taking my kids there and swimming the dam portion there.
Yeah, I ain't got to go to the lake yet. I don't even know how to get to the lake. I have to find out how to get to the lake.
Sounds like a trip that you need to make.
Me and Will's going to make that trip one day.
It's warming up, so
yes, it is.
Swimming time is coming up pretty
Yes.
quick. What is a place from your past, anywhere, that you'd love to go back to?
To my past, I'm going to go home. I want to go back to Hawaii. I want to see Hawaii. But I'm petrified to fly. But if it was my last day on Earth, I would make myself go fly back to Hawaii. Because not only do I want to see where I was born, I want to see Honolulu. I want to see Pearl Harbor. I want to see the Arizona.
Definitely sounds like a trip you should try to make. You could ride a boat. It'd take a while.
Yeah, it'd take a while, but flying 18 hours is better than taking like a week to get there.
So that's something that I think would be a great destination to aim
That's
for.
on the top of my bucket list, is to actually go back home.
So let's go on to hope, looking forward a little bit. What's something that you've always wanted to learn or try but you haven't yet?
Get on a plane.
There you go.
Get back on a plane. I've not been on a plane since I was 2.5 years old. So just imagine, that's 50 years I've not been on a boat. I mean, yeah, well, the boat that flies up in the sky. Sorry, y'all, I ain't had no sleep.
Airboat.
Yeah, an airboat.
Oh, well, those are things in Florida.
Yeah, they've got airboats.
Name's taken.
Yeah.
Is there something that you're working towards right now?
Getting off the streets.
That can be a difficult one. I know firsthand, to break that cycle can be very challenging.
Every day we are hoping that what my friend Kim said is going to come true. Her cousin's got a home. His mom passed away. Been empty for a year. If his daughter don't want it, it's mine and Will's, rent free. All he asks us, help rebuild the house.
Well, I pray that comes to be soon.
Me too.
If there's anything that you could do, let me read this properly. If you could do anything tomorrow, what would it be?
Get into a house. Get off the street.
Is there somewhere in this world that you've always wanted to go?
There's actually two places I've always wanted to go. I always wanted to go to Ireland because I'm Scot-Irish. Well, no, I'm not Scot-Irish all the way. There's 1/6 of me that is not Native American, and part of it's Scot-Irish. I want to go to Ireland and Scotland because it's been Scot-Irish. And the other one is, I don't know why, but I'm so fascinated by Rome. I want to go to Rome. I want to go to Greece. I want to see the ruins. I want to see where Zeus was and places like that, you know. I know Zeus is just a god, but still, he was there. I mean, a god for the Greeks, but not our Heavenly Father.
Sounds like it'd be cool. The Colosseums, the architecture.
Yes, the
and stuff
Colosseum,
like that.
yeah. That's what I've always wanted to see, is the Colosseum.
What would your perfect ordinary day look like?
A perfect ordinary day. Waking up in the morning, going to my kitchen, pouring me a cup of coffee, and sitting on my patio watching a beautiful sunrise.
Sounds like a beautiful ordinary day.
It is.
What's a small thing that can make a good day for you? What little thing really makes a day just okay?
Waking up and seeing a headline said the war is over. The world is at peace. I have a friend who is stationed in Syria, Johnny, if you see this, I still love you too, baby. But you're my best friend, and I miss you and I miss the girls.
If you could ask your future self one question, what would it be?
One question that I would ask me? When you were in jail, why the hell did you not get Jason's phone number?
What is something that you're proud of?
Something I'm proud of? Get a mom. Get a mom, the Iron Eagle. That's my son. And get a mom to all these boys.
That. What do you want people to know about you?
To know about me? What people don't really know about me is that I've got a heart of gold. I wear it on my sleeve. I would give up my last dollar to somebody. If I had just 50 cents and somebody says, I need 50 cents here, and they know that I'm homeless, but they need it, no. You need the 50 cents, I can make it up somewhere. I'm sure there's 2 quarters later on the ground somewhere. When I was a kid, my parents gave up food for me and my brother. When I was taking care of my dad before he passed away, I took in a 16-year-old because his mom kicked him out. I found out he had a kid. I became my mom and dad. I gave my food up for my dad, my son, and my grandson. I would go a month or 2 without eating and lie to my dad, tell him I ate, knowing I didn't eat. I would eat on payday, and that would be the only day I'd eat. And I would give the food up for those 3 boys.
Giving nature. What's something about you that people often misunderstand?
The way I come off on some stuff. Because what a lot of people also don't know about me, I'm mentally ill. I've got bipolar 1, anxiety, schizophrenia, PTSD, and whenever they all are acting up, I'm a different person. I mean, I could snap, and 2 minutes after I snap, I'm like, I'm so sorry, I don't know what happened. They go, no, it's okay. No, it's not, you don't understand. My medicine's not working. And then they ask me what's wrong.
The meds, that can be a very difficult journey.
Yes.
I've been on a lot of different psych meds, and
Well,
some
they
of
finally
them,
felt one that actually helps my depression, and they've got me one on that helps my PTSD and my anxiety. So.
when you find the right combination, it's a wonderful
Yeah,
thing.
and I think the one that I'm on for my depression also helps for schizophrenia.
That's good. What's something that you wish more people understood about anything?
Understood? That is. A lot of people need to understand that with us, homeless people, some of us are out here by choice. Some of us are out here either by mistake or unfortunate. But there is some bad homeless, but there is also some of the good. People need to understand that.
And that's what I really hope videos like this can help do, is just open people's eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, if a younger version of you could see you right now, what would you want to say to them or want them to know? What would you tell your younger self?
prepare yourself for life because you never know what tomorrow will bring. It's like one minute I had a hope, I'm right here.
Life can throw you some curveballs.
Yep. That even though I'm out here, mine was a mistake, but also my choice. But I've got a bigger family out here than I could ever ask for. But my true family is, if he watches this, you can see I miss you, Kurt. And please, come back into my life.
I thank you very much for being willing to answer these questions, to be vulnerable.
I'm sorry I cried through half of them.
It's more than okay. Is there anything at this point that you would like to address, say that I didn't ask, or that you'd like to be out there?
You know, the way that I've been trying to get across, I've done it on WhatsApp. I've done a community of homeless men out on the streets at Christmas, and I even put it out there. Hey, you know, if y'all see me and y'all want to know my story, come up and ask me. I'd be happy to tell you my story. But for those of you that don't know me, that are not in Chattanooga or in Tennessee or whatever, I would love to tell you my story. It is sad. And it hurts. My brother's apartment complex found out that I wasn't on the lease. They tried to put me on the lease. Well, apparently I did. I took a fall for two things I didn't do. I'm not going to say what they were. I didn't know I had a warrant. His apartment complex found out that I had a warrant. They gave me 3 days to get out. And this is in October. October the 24th, 2024, I became homeless by choice. It was either me leave or my brother and his husband loses their apartment. I choose to be homeless to save my brother's apartment. There's not a day that don't go by that I do not want to hug my brother, tell my brother-in-law I love him, or to play with my fur baby niece, Zoe. I miss the three of them so much, and I love them so much. And I'm sorry I'm crying. But this, thank you. The saddest thing about me being homeless, exactly 2 months and 1 day later, it was Christmas. My brother and his husband came up to 11th Street here in Chattanooga, gave me my Christmas present, gave me a Christmas dinner. That day my brother told me he never would see me again. I've not seen my brother in 2 years. And it hurts. I don't even call him. Excuse me, y'all. I don't even call him. Because if I see his picture or if I hear his voice, my heart breaks. All I want is my family back. I've got a family out here. It's called the homeless. We're not bad. Well, some of us are. Some of us do drugs. Some of us do harder drugs than the other. But it's also, some of the people right here, they do have a heart for the homeless. They do try to help us out with money. They help us out with food. And they help us out with water. But like I said, the hardest thing was for my brother to tell me he never wanted to see me ever again until we got our life straightened out. I don't know what his life is right now. All I know is that mine, even though I live in a really beautiful city, my life is hell. Y'all don't understand. Being a woman out here on the streets, it's rough. We're propositioned every day. All these men out here, except for the homeless, think we're nothing but prostitutes and whores. We're not. We're human. We don't want to make money sleeping with men. If we want to make money, we will, offer us a job. Offer us a room for a night. It's like, hey, come on, I'm gonna go get you a hotel room for a night. And earlier he asked me who were my best friends, and I said Kim and Will. There's one person I left out, and I'm sorry, Kristen. My brain wasn't working, baby. It's my best friend of 5 years. She was the first friend I made in Chattanooga. Her name was Kristen. She's like a little sister to me. She's always there. Her father-in-law put me up. He don't even know me. He put me up last winter in a hotel room for 2 nights and not even knowing me. Her father came and got me from a home that I stayed at one night because me and another friend got into an argument. He came and got me. He took me out to eat, gave me sleeping bags, gave me blankets. I can't remember if he gave me any cash or not, but he was there for me. Thank you, John. But y'all, any of us will be happy to tell you our story. Just come and look us up, Like I said, I go by Starr, I go by Elizabeth. Nobody's going to know my real name except for those close ones that I trust. And if those that know me, that see me, you just heard my story. Especially my family in Knoxville. I'm doing okay. I am hoping and praying every day that what I was told the other day is going to come true. My friend Kim, her cousin's got a home. His mother died a year ago. My sympathies to him. Because I lost my mom 25 years ago and I lost my daddy 5 years ago. No, I'm sorry, my mom 26 years ago, my dad 5 years ago. And my life has been hell ever since. But like I said, y'all, come to Hickson. We're at the shopping center that's got Planet Fitness, CC's Pizza, and Wings Up. Hey, there y'all go. Y'all got call-outs free. And I'm always sitting right here next to Dairy Queen in the laundromat. Me and Will will be happy to tell you our story. I don't know all of Will's, but all I know is he's from California or from LA and stuff like that, but he has a good story. I've got a good story. I'm sure Cody's got a good story. David's got a good story. If I were the girls, talk to them. I'm not the only girl out here.
Thank you so very much for being willing to tell me your story, to
My pleasure.
do this, and I really, really appreciate it very much.
You're very welcome. But everybody, whatever you do for us homeless, God bless you. And thank you. Y'all have a very good night.